and hit subscribe, you're gonna want to subscribe because we got big news for you today. We cannot wait to tell you this. I'll say this, half of you guys that watch this channel every single day, you do not subscribe to the channel. And I'm just like, how you do this? How you do this? How do you not subscribe to the channel? Well, today, in just a moment, we are going to be giving you guys the biggest motivation to subscribe to this channel literally ever. We are going to be doing one of the greatest things crypto's ever seen. I'm super excited about it. We're going to tell you about it. Also, we're going to be looking at a $500,000 Bitcoin and how some people are saying that is not only possible, but probable for this bull run. And I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to lean more towards that way every day. Can't really go full in and say that yet, but man, it really does look like everything's getting super, super bullish. But there could be some scenarios down the road that happen over the next couple months that could kind of stall things out. We might talk about that another day. Nothing too bad to be worried about. We're also going to be getting into Ethereum. We're going to be looking at the NUPL for Ethereum. And then at the end, we're going to be debuting a new segment on the channel, on the live streams. It's a beginner segment. Every day on this live stream, for people that are brand new to crypto, we're going to be doing a segment, the last segment of the show, where we're going to be breaking down very simple concepts in cryptocurrency. Today, we're going to be tackling the question of, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? That's a question we get a lot. We're going to be discussing that. And then tonight, I've got a video for you guys at 6 p.m. about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. What would have happened if you had put your stimulus checks in there? Because people are going to be getting stimulus checks soon. Well, let's hit up the channel here first, guys. 626,000 subscribers. We're going to get back to this in a moment. But also, guys, new episode of New Money Gang is up today, where we discuss affiliate marketing. We're really hitting the stride in the show, and we think the shows are getting constantly better. I always try to make everything better that we do. But today's episode about affiliate marketing, if you're interested in it, this would be something to go check out. It's a way that you can become free from the rat race, do something from home, or make a side hustle, whatever the case may be. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the New Money Gang channel so you guys get access to that show every single week. The next episodes we got coming up are great. But let's get back here to this, guys. We've gone on this channel from where I didn't ever think I'd hit 100,000 subscribers. We started at 12,000 subscribers in January of 2020. Now, in March of 2021, we have mooned, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. You got a lot of guys who have came and they've got very fast growing channels, and they just kind of started. And the fact is, we've been around for a long time, and we worked very hard to get where we're at. And that's no knock on anybody that just started, but the point I'm saying here is, I'm so honored to be able to be the largest crypto YouTuber that makes only crypto videos. And all 626,000 of you guys, I love you guys a lot. And we talk about, that's why we have such a strong community here. But for me, this year has been so great that we want to really do something to give back to you guys. And the thing is, we went in, I think on December 30th, we hit 200,000 subscribers. I think in August or September, we hit 100,000. In 2021, basically, we've gone from 200,000 to 626,000 subscribers, 426,000 new subscribers. The point is, we do not believe it's going to take us long to get to 1 million subscribers. We think we will probably be to 1 million subscribers probably somewhere in the next 60 to 90 days. Unless Bitcoin goes crazy, we may get there earlier. When this channel becomes the first crypto channel to hit 1 million subscribers, we are going to be giving away a full Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's $500,000. It doesn't matter if it's $100,000. Wherever it's at, the day that the giveaway ends, when we hit 1 million subscribers, we are going to be, one lucky winner is going to be winning a full Bitcoin. But not only that, we're also going to be awarding 5, you can show this right here. We're going to be awarding 5 winners, 1 Ethereum each, and then 4 winners, 1,000 Cardano each. So that total, who knows how much all that's going to be. We're giving away the crypto. Hopefully it's going to be worth a lot of money. Definitely 6 figures, we believe, by the time we give it away, or at least very close to it. So very excited to be able to do this and give back. So how you enter this is we are now going to tweet this. Go to my Twitter, at bitboy_crypto. Go to my profile here, and it'll be the top one. We're going to make this the pinned post, pinned to my profile. And then let me grab this. You can go ahead and take me down for 1 second. So we come over here to the contest, and let's go ahead and hit save. So now if you go to Twitter, you guys will be able to go to the contest page where you will be able to see all the actions you can do to enter this contest. You have to be a subscriber to win. We do need to put that kind of at the top here. So you definitely have to subscribe to the channel to be eligible for this. We got a lot of different actions that you guys can do to get 1 point, and then at the end, it's a random draw. It's done automatically by Gleam, third party. We don't have access to anybody's information. And so via email, you'll be alerted if you're a winner, and then we'll do a big thing where we, send out the crypto. We're really excited about it. I can't wait. Just think about this, guys. There's going to be one person that's watching this right now that is going to be able to hopefully totally change their life. I hope a whale doesn't win. I hope somebody that's got like 0.05 BTC at the most is somebody that wins, because I really want to change somebody's life with this. And of course, the Ethereum can be life-changing for some people. And then the Cardano is just a little bonus we can throw in, because we love Cardano as well. So that's what we're doing. We're very excited about it. We're going to be talking about this a lot over the next, couple months until we get to 1 million. Hopefully by summer, around the summer, we'll be able to, hit that number. Just thank you, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. It's been the most amazing year of my life, for sure, and my family's life, and I think TJ's life also. So
yeah, not bad.
It's not bad. Oh, and all the people in the back raising their hands. Love them too. Okay, guys, so that's what we're doing for the contest. So you guys can all go over there to Twitter. It's already got 648 retweets. So you're going to have to retweet it for the contest. And we'll sometimes add some new actions that you guys can go do. And in that case, we'll let you guys know what that is. And that way you can get more entries and things like that. So, okay, let's get into crypto, guys. I'm excited to talk about the giveaway, but let's talk about crypto. Let's look at Market Watch here. Coming in right now. I also made a nice trade, which we're going to be talking about here in a few minutes. We're going to be getting into some Cardano news. We're going to be getting into Ethereum a little bit later on down the road in this video. Let's look at the market cap, 1.723. Did we hit? Let's check this out. Let's see if we hit an all-time high yesterday see if we hit an all-time high here. Did we? We got all the way to... No, it doesn't look like we did. We got pretty close to hitting an all-time high, but we didn't quite get there. We missed it by about $30 billion, which, as you guys know, in crypto is nothing, right? 30 billion ain't nothing. So we got that going on. Let's take a look at the dominance numbers. Look at that. Wow, Bitcoin dominance going up. Ethereum dominance going down. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, I have our weekly video with Carl from the Moon. And he actually talks about how he thinks Ethereum is bearish in the very short term, like the daily chart, but on the weekly chart, still in a strong uptrend. So just something to keep in mind. We will be touching on the Ethereum chart a little bit later. Bitcoin right now coming at $56,955. Ethereum hovering around 1,800. This has been a problem zone for Ethereum. Cardano at 112 right now. Binance Coin up back to the number 3 spot pretty strongly. And I think, guys, we're going to be having CZ on very soon. Also, a quick correction from yesterday, because we always like to be, we don't like to be corrected, but I like to get things right. I said yesterday I didn't think any other crypto YouTubers had Michael Saylor on, because Michael Saylor will be coming for an interview tomorrow, be putting that interview out Saturday and Sunday. Make sure to drop questions you guys want me to ask him. But Crypto, my friend Chris, he actually had him on for a big, long hour interview a while back, and I didn't know that. So, apologies to Chris. I didn't watch that one, so I don't know. Maybe I've grabbed a screenshot from it and didn't even know it was Chris on the other end of that. So did want to correct that. AKA the Frog says, Ben TJ, thoughts on Adam? Well, he was the first man and, followed a woman that was probably his downfall. So
Adam with a T.
Oh, Adam with a T, not as in, okay. That was a joke, guys. TJ and I both love Cosmos. It's one of the few projects that we actually agree on completely. It's extremely undervalued. The multi-chain ecosystem, it was doing it before Polkadot, and it really hasn't had, I believe, its time in the sun, and it's got great rewards on Coinbase.
Yeah, great rewards everywhere.
Great rewards everywhere. If you have Cosmos on Coinbase, you're making money. Atom is the ticker for Cosmos is the project. So uses what's called Tendermint BFT. Interoperable blockchain, very, very cool. I think Kava Labs is on it. We like Kava pretty good. So a lot of good stuff there. Biggest gainers of the day, Theta Fuel and Theta. You can see they both pumped. Chili's with another killer day. This is a good example of something, guys, to pay attention to. When you have a project like Chili's that goes up 300% in a week, as you guys can see now, that number is 177. When you have these projects, they're on these massive runs, and then they get a very sharp pullback. Just like we see with the Bitcoin chart, that could be a good opportunity. Even though it's up for the week, when it gets a very sharp pullback, you usually will see a pretty good bounce. Because yesterday, we saw Chili's retraced like 20% or something like that. Now today it's back up 32%. And now it's only up 177% for the week instead of like 300%. So, and look at that, it did crack the top 50. So pretty interesting. Helium, Ian Bellina's favorite project. I don't know why. He loves Helium, though. It's something we actually invested in on Binance.us because he talks about it's one of the Token Metrics top coins, up 35%. HBAR having a good week, a good day, and then Theta has been absolutely crushing it. We got some videos on Theta coming up pretty soon ourselves. Zilliqa, Zcash, CRO up. That's good news to see CRO up. Engine, Digibyte, IOTA. Did you guys know IOTA was the biggest gainer from 2017?
Really?
Yeah. It was up at one time. I think it was like 680,000% from the ICO or something like that.
Speaking of, I thought it might be an interesting video for us to do if we look back and see what all the top gainers are for 2021 so far. Like we look and see who's performing the best since January. I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, that is a good video.
Just thought of that on the way over here.
Oh, that's good. That's you don't live here, TJ?
I mean,
I've never seen him not in the office.
It feels like I do.
Feels like he does. Guys, I'm a tough boss. I make him work. I'm just kidding. TJ, I do want to be clear. I'm not TJ's boss. We're partners. Partners. I love him.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Moving on, guys. Moving on. So let's look at the biggest losers of the day. Nano, Coinbound's going to be very sad about that. Phantom with another pullback. And guys, I do want to talk real quick before we get into too much more here. I do want to talk about our coin stats. Here we go. We updated the challenge page for the 1K to 10K. I'll move it over like just slightly there. We did update this page, and all you guys are looking for it. And we got a lot of complaints on people that are, never mind. That was easy. We got a lot of complaints from people who are looking for the page. Guys, we had the website totally redone. We know the Bybit competition disappeared too. It just very bad timing. All this happened right in the middle of changing over the website. We're still not done making tweaks to it, but you guys can see it looks a lot better than it used to look. But right now, this is where we're sitting at for the contest. Our overall portfolio right now coming in, I think we're at like $1,400. Big announcement about this tomorrow. As I said with the Bybit challenge, once we completed the 10K or the 10K to 100K challenge, now we are going to be heavily focusing back on the 1K to 10K challenge. We are going to be starting a new one with Bybit, but we are going to be focusing mostly on this challenge because I do want to complete this and show you guys it's possible. So we're going to be kind of changing strategy. We're going to be switching stuff up tomorrow, totally. So be prepared for that. And we do have a tab on the website now for this. You guys go to the website. You can see right here at the top. It says challenge. Website, DJ. It says challenge right here. You guys can see. You can go to the challenge very easy. So we are big stuff coming for the website. So let's talk about the Bitcoin chart, guys. Looking at the Bitcoin chart, I made a nice trade this morning, which we'll talk about in the next segment. And just a reminder for you guys that are just joining us, at the end, we're going to have a 101 segment for beginners every single day. That's the new thing. That's what 101 down there at the bottom will be. So, okay, looking at the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin right now, I mean, still looks very bullish. We have had a bit of a pullback from yesterday's high of 57,435. And there was a pretty sharp pullback from there over the next couple hours. I mean, it dropped 5.4%. $3,000 in a few hours it dropped. Looking at the daily candle here, not that big of a drop on the daily candle, anything like that. So it does look like, I'm telling you guys, we're about to repeat. If you look at the daily and you go back here at the beginning of February and you look at this move right here, can't tell me this doesn't look very similar. Very, very, very similar. I mean, look, even you got the one big candle right here. You got the one big candle right here. Another big one right there. Another big one right there. And then the next day, kind of a little pullback. Looks like today we could be experiencing that or over the last 12 to 14 hours. But then look what comes after. Look what comes after. You got this move right here. Let me remove these and draw it again here. We are going to be doing another market cipher tutorial for you guys, by the way. This weekend, we're talking about locking in profits, how to lock in profits and make money, because I'm really realizing, like, I'm getting messages from people that are losing, and we do not want you guys to lose. We do not want you guys to lose. And it's very simple to win. It takes experience and understanding, but it's not like I have some kind of secret information you guys don't have on these trades. So you guys see what we do in our trades, and you can make money. So do definitely want to encourage you guys But also, don't be afraid to take a break. If you're losing and you're getting really beat down, it's just like, I mean, I don't want to compare it to playing poker or something like that because poker's a skill game. Trading's a skill game. I guess I will make that comparison. You take a big loss at the table, you keep playing, you get emotional. Sometimes it's best to take a breather, take a step back, refigure out, recalibrate your strategy and things like that. So I do want to encourage you guys that have had some losses. You know, the good news is we're still early in the cycle. Even if you lost 50% of your portfolio, your trading portfolio in a few days, you just let that sit there and don't touch it and just take a breather. You'll get it back down the road. So be making good decisions, guys. So looking at the more short term for Bitcoin here, the hourly chart, which we do some good TA today with Carl at 2 p.m. Do want to encourage you guys on that. But looking at the 1 hour chart and looking at market cipher down here at the oscillator, to me, it looks like on the hourly chart, we have pretty good upside. I mean, the money flow is in the green. You guys see the momentum wave right here. And with the momentum wave, if you look back over the last, several days, if you go all the way back to the 6th, you have to go back to the 6th. No, that's not even really one either. Okay, this is pretty interesting, guys, what I'm about to show you guys. This is pretty interesting what I'm looking at here. Pretty much, you would have to go all the way back to the end of February. Okay, you would have to go to right here to basically find, let me make this a little bit easier for you guys to see here. The way these momentum waves work is the higher they go, that means the higher the price is going relative to where it's at in the moment. It's the momentum. It's just a measurement of momentum. If you come back here and you look at these momentum waves, you can see they weren't very high. They were very low. So if you had got in right here, for instance, you might have been thinking like, oh, price is going to go up. Went up a little bit, got some momentum, but then it came crashing down. If you look at where we're at right now, we are on a brand new start of a momentum wave. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see what I'm talking about? We have now started a momentum wave on the way up. And also, I would say, the money flow being in the green here with market cipher means it's much more bullish than it was when it was in the red. You have to go back all the way to the end of February to find one of these momentum waves. I guess you could kind of make an argument also right here, very beginning of March, this little big one right here, which I'm sure maybe had some manipulation in it. But to find one of these momentum waves that starts, that doesn't, God, I hate this drawing thing, that does not absolutely just rip up, right? Like this, it went up and then it got killed and went down very quickly. Look at this momentum wave. Look how strong that was. Look how strong this one was. Look how strong this one was. Also this one. This one is kind of a trigger wave from this one. I'm surprised we didn't get more downward action there. But looking over here, now coming off this downward momentum, and if you look back at these momentum waves, also you guys will see every time we get a strong one to the downside, we get a strong one to the upside, okay? So when you're looking over here at our oscillator on market cipher, things look pretty bullish right now. That's what I would tell you. The money flow is in the green. The VWAP looks favorable. Right now, we've had a crash. It went all the way up to, 57,000. It dropped all the way down to 55,853. It's rebounded $1,100 in 2 hours. And I think things are looking extremely bullish. I wouldn't be surprised by tomorrow if we're not back at all-time highs for Bitcoin. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, we can't predict the future. We try to quite frequently. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. I do want to remind you guys as we look to the next thing, if you guys ever want to sign up for Bybit or for Market Cipher, we have a 10% off code for Market Cipher. And for Bybit, you guys can get access right here and then go to the deposit bonus page at the Rewards Hub. Get some free money for signing up for Bybit. We turned $10,000 into $100,000 in 16 days with Bybit. And so today, officially announcing that we will be extending this challenge now, and we are now going to turn this into a 10, well, now it's 100K to 1 million, but I mean, really, TJ, it's 10K to a million.
Yeah.
In reality, so we might as well get rid of that extra zero there.
Sure.
Not now, but 10K to $1 million challenge now. Get rid of it. I like that. Kill that thing, TJ. Love it. Boom. Get rid of that zero. I like it. So, guys, we're going to turn 10K into $1 million, show you it's possible. And this is not secret information. You guys are seeing everything we're doing. So, on my most recent trade, I actually, and also guys, check this out. There is a new trading mechanism on Bybit, inverse futures. I haven't even checked this out yet. Today, officially, you can bet quarterly futures contracts on Bybit. I know TJ and I were looking for some ways to do futures contracts, but all the institutional stuff is boring. But now we can do futures contracts right here on Bybit. So something we'll definitely check out. Look at the numbers. We had to figure out kind of how this works.
Yeah, I like new stuff. It's fun.
Look at that. They're betting on 61,000 is the current bidding rate. For I guess that's the end of the quarter.
Interesting.
Unit settle 106 days from now. They're saying 62K.
I'd take that.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's bet the farm on that one. Yeah. I'd bet the farm on that one. Anybody have a farm? I'll bet it. I'd like to have a farm one day. So I want to show you guys that, but let's go back to my last trade. I'll show you guys what I did. This morning, I said I wasn't going to really start trading too hard, but I saw a good opportunity. When Bitcoin dropped, I got a crossing up signal on Market Cipher. That's it. TJ, can you write down alerts? Remind me, Market Cipher alerts.
Sure.
I want to show you guys this weekend on this video. The main focus of this Market Cipher video and Bybit video will be to show you guys how to set up alerts, because that's a secret strategy that I do have. I mean, it's not secret. You can do it on TradingView. But instead of having to always watch your phone for Market Cipher, you get alerted to when certain actions take place. And that way you know when to get into a trade, when to get out of a trade, and it's a lifesaver. So I'm going to be showing you guys that. But on Bybit this morning, we officially went over 2 Bitcoin. We are now at 2.064. If you remember, we put in 0.21. Tim Yeo, he likes Yayo, I guess. He says, wondered why parking stables and high-interest platforms like BlockFi or Swissborg weren't part of your plan.
Your exit strategy.
For my exit strategy video. I mean, they kind of are. We're trying to get more into that. TJ, can you tell them the problem with all this? Like, what the problem is?
You get bored easily. You have a short attention span.
No, why we're not doing that stuff?
Because there's just too much coming at us too fast.
We don't have enough time. We don't have enough help.
We don't have enough time to organize it. But we are going to organize that stuff in the long term. That is an idea that we'll probably put some stable coins in. Probably a few different yielding platforms and just test them all out. So that'll be something we talk a little bit more about in the next couple months.
It's just a problem.
It's an organizational and bandwidth issue.
I don't think you guys understand how much we do here. I have like flipping 20 employees here that we love very much. And we still don't have enough time to do anything. I could literally go hire another 20 or 30 employees tomorrow if we had enough space for them. So
and still not get everything done. So it's very difficult, guys. I mean, things are moving at a fast pace, and a lot of people ask like, how I have time to see my family. I do see my family, just so everybody knows. I'm a workaholic, but I've never missed a sports game. I mean, maybe once or twice if I was out of town, but very impressive.
Yeah, I'm at almost every practice. I'm at every game, every tennis match. I'm at everything. So my kids know I love them. I put them first. So didn't want to just say that. So guys, I made that trade. Let's look at what I did with this trade. I had 2 different contracts I loaded up. One, the average of them was 56,724. I got a crossing up alert on Market Cipher, and then I got out right about $57,000 for a profit of both of these combined about 0.14 BTC. So actually equates to $8,074 over the last 24 hours. That was the first trade we did since we completed the contest. Yesterday, I did enjoy taking a day off and not feeling stressed out about it because it's a lot of pressure, guys. Like, it's a lot of pressure making all these trades you guys see and everything. I would say most people wouldn't dare to do it, but I'm either that dumb or that courageous. I don't know.
97 on guts.
97 on guts. I mean, look, guys, if I flop and I fail, y'all are going to see it.
Oh,
I ain't hide nothing from y'all.
Yeah, they'll let us know about it, too.
Yeah, I know.
You guys don't give us much slack.
Not at all. Like, it's funny. We can make 9 out of 10 correct predictions, and then we miss 1, and every day for the rest of my life is 2,500 by Valentine's Day. Ah! I know how y'all are.
I'm going to get you that on a T-shirt.
I'm never going to live that one down.
Nope.
I love it when I come on and say, I think Ethereum's bearish today. That's great. It makes me feel real good. Can we please get over $2,500 Ethereum? Vitalik, where are you? I tell you what, I love Charles Hoskinson.
Yeah, I do too.
Vitalik, man, what are you doing here? Can we make this happen? Please? Centralization, am I right?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was literally going to say that word for word.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? It's really scary. But, I mean, they don't really control the price. But I did, today on Twitter, I do want to just say this. Wow, look at that. It's already got 2,800 retweets, so that's pretty cool. So I do want to point out this that Charles made this morning, this wasn't this morning, but I have the king on Twitter. How many followers he got? 3,600. He like put some stuff together that's kind of cool. These clips from Charles, and I tell you what, man. After I watched this video this morning, and I know like it's probably hard for a lot of people to relate to this because there aren't that many big names in crypto, you know, and Charles is definitely one of them. And obviously being the largest crypto YouTube channel, like I relate to him on a lot of levels. He got a lot more money than me. He's way more successful than me. That's not what I'm saying. The point is, in this video, you guys go watch this. I retweeted this. Also, make sure to be following me on Twitter, of course. But he talks about how, like, it stings to be authentic and transparent. Like, it stings sometimes because you're very honest, and that can be perceived a certain way. And then also, in addition to that, like, you know, he said every single day people email him and tell him that he's going to jail or that he's a bad person. They send him like white powder or something. They, you know, people drive by his ranch or his farm, whatever he says he has, and yell stuff out the window. He's probably nicer about it than I'll be. I'll tell you that much. But I don't know. Charles might get thrown down. I don't know. I've seen him in a garden shirt. You know, somebody say my shirt looks kind of similar right now. Put me in a garden, Charles.
Yeah.
Put me in a garden. Where's my garden at, Charles?
Where's your hat? Yeah, and a falcon. You're ready to rock.
I got a falcon on my shoulder.
There you go.
Yeah. You can't see it. It's there, though. We should have a tattoo unveiling one day. But the thing about this thing that he said, man, like, I'll be honest with you, when I listen to this, like, I relate to it so much, and it really made me feel very good about being in Cardano. And I respect the heck out of Charles, just like I said. I think this right here, I know TJ hates when I call people idiots, but the biggest idiots in this whole space who constantly lose, people that losing mentality, are the people that see a meme and they believe it without questioning it. When you see memes on Twitter that say things about Charles or about me or about Vitalik, he does like unicorns, or anybody else out there, what was really eye-opening to me was one time when somebody talked to me about Bitcoin Cash and about Roger Ver, and all you know Roger Ver from back in 2017 was flipping people off and yelling. Like, that's what you knew him as. And then you know what? Somebody questioned me. They're like, why don't you get behind the meme and see who he actually is? I started researching into him. I realized he actually funded almost all major Bitcoin companies in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Roger Ver did more for Bitcoin than any person outside of Satoshi Nakamoto. That's what I'll say.
That's probably true.
What's that?
That's probably true.
Probably is true.
I mean, the Winklevoss twins could maybe give him a run for his money, but I don't even think
he was there before them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who pitched them.
They were actually, well, Charlie Shrim did, but they were actually enemies, basically, in the book Bitcoin Billionaires, you know. Charlie Shrim was in the middle, and Roger Ver and the Winklevoss twins were always at odds because Roger Ver was very idealistic, and the Winklevoss twins were much more like venture capitalists, like wanted to make money, you know, traditional financial stuff, and obviously they wanted to rub it in Zuckerberg's face, which they did. I like them, too. I love the Winklevoss twins. But the point is, I really started to learn who Roger Ver was, and it totally changed my whole mentality on looking at stuff in crypto. If you see things about people in the space, if you see like common phrases or trolling or whatever, don't just believe that stuff. Actually find out who they are. And I think you'll find the people like Charles who are super authentic, they get attacked because they're successful, and that's all it boils down to. And so it made me honestly think about like going more all in on Cardano, even more than Ethereum, because I love his mentality and I really like Charles. So wanted to say, you guys go watch that clip is the point. I got way off track, but that clip touched me this morning so much when I listened to everything he had to say and how much I related to it. And I think it's something you guys should all go watch. And I think it would make you better off if you really, you know, started researching people instead of just seeing somebody tweet something on Twitter and jumping on it. So
and that's true for everything. Projects,
absolutely.
You know, information, just do your own research. There's a reason that exists in this space.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of Cardano, get into this here. Cardano founder expects the birds to land in March as ADA sentiment recovers. And I think if we go here and we type in African flags, I think you'll see some stuff that's pretty interesting with one of these flags. And I think this is one they're working with, isn't it? What is that Uganda? Uganda flag, I think? Or is it Ethiopia? No, it's Uganda. Check this out, guys. He keeps talking about these birds, right? Here's the flag of Uganda. What's on it?
A bird.
A bird with a mohawk.
That's a cool flag.
It's a cool flag. I like it. I like it. And some people are, you know, maybe the birds thing is more than just like a little birdie told me, like the little sparrows in Game of Thrones, for instance. The little birdies, they whispered to me. And the thing is is it looks like now that this really, the liquidity event that Charles had teased in the beginning of February, that it really has a lot to do with Africa. And it's not something we thought it was going to be. It's not going to be a Coinbase listing. It's not going to be a Grayscale fund listing. Now, those things could still happen. But Charles Cardano gave an update on birds, saying they are still in the air, but much to his frustration will land later than expected. He then reminded us, considering the scale of what Cardano is trying to achieve, these delays won't matter in the long run. Birds, birds, birds. There are definitely a lot of birds in the air, and some of the ones I wanted to land in February have gotten some headwinds. And obviously, here we are in March, and we're still waiting for them. Some speculate that this is a big contract with an African government. It's got to be Uganda, right? Uganda, be kidding me.
I know they're working with a lot down there. I know they were doing, like you said, country of, well, that's not Africa.
Ethiopia? They're
Yeah.
working with Ethiopia as well.
And I know they did stuff with the Republic of Georgia, but, like they're doing a lot of stuff with
Is that in Africa?
No, it's not. That's what I
Right,
said.
okay.
It's not.
I was just checking.
Yeah.
It's Eurasian.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
you consider that, Georgia? It's not European, it's not Asian, it's Eurasian.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle.
It's a former Soviet state, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, guys, he says, but without the go-ahead from the other party, Cardano is bound to keep the news under wraps for now. On that, Hodgkinson called for patience, saying it takes a long time to change the world. Now, here's a pretty interesting thing. Speaking of Uganda, did you guys know that the first ever fiat onboarding currency for Binance.com was the Ugandan currency?
Was it?
Does anybody know what it's called? Dun, 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 dun,
Nope.
dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
used to, I feel like.
The Ugandan shilling.
Really?
Yes, it's really called the shilling. The first fiat currency ever on Binance.com was the shilling.
That's hilarious.
You can't make that stuff up.
You can't.
When I read that, I laughed so hard. I covered that in one of my old videos. Someone also told us, by the way, that they enjoyed our old videos better than our new ones.
Got that nostalgia factor.
Yeah, they do have the nostalgia factor for sure. So what can we expect from Cardano at this point? Well, tonight at 6 p.m., I'm going to be sharing a video with you guys about how Cardano, I can't give the video away right now. I can't do it. But talking about if you would put your stimulus check in different cryptocurrencies and different investments, what it would have looked like on the eve or, the eve week of new stimulus checks getting printed. And the returns from Cardano are shocking. Like absolutely shocking if you would put your first stimulus check in there. And I believe that Cardano is going to be a place a lot of people put money for this next stimulus check. Because what are the two most talked about cryptocurrencies outside of Bitcoin? Cardano and also Ethereum. Polkadot not included in that. Why? Why will Polkadot not be a huge place Americans put their stimulus checks?
Not on Coinbase.
Or
I don't know.
Binance.us. It's not on either one.
Yeah. It's more difficult to get, basically.
We buy Polkadot on KuCoin. That's where we buy Polkadot at. And it's very hard to buy. And when you think about stimulus checks, because we'd love for Polkadot to be involved in that. I'm going to have a big video on Polkadot for you guys tomorrow, explaining a lot of stuff. But the fact is that Americans just don't know how to buy it. The person that knows how to use KuCoin is already a level deep in cryptocurrency. So Binance.us and Coinbase, if you can't buy it there, it's probably not going to pump from these stimulus checks. So keep that in mind. You guys do your own research on that. All right, so let's move on to EIP Hash Wars. Ethereum miners plot. I can't talk about this without saying angry nerds. I can't do it. It's not possible. Like, these people are like laying on the bed doing the crybaby, according to Megan Stallion and the baby. I don't know what that is, by the way. I don't know what doing the crybaby on the bed is, but I have a feeling whenever I figure it out, it's probably something pretty disgusting.
It's probably not something you wanted to say on the live stream.
Oh, you know what it is?
I'm just saying.
Do you know what it is?
No.
I don't either.
I just have a feeling.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we're about to find out.
I'm sure we will.
Let me Google it real quick, guys. Hold on. Pull this up, TJ. Okay. Anyways, in protest of the upcoming implementation of EIP 1559, some Ethereum miners are organizing to redirect hash power to a 1559 opposed pool for 51 hours. Also, guys, on Twitter, let me see if I found this. This is also pretty interesting here. Let's see here it is. I said, are we in Bizarro world?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
5,803 ETH, so $10 million transferred from Binance to F2 pool mining pool. Does anybody know why this was? I don't know. An over-the-counter swap from Bitcoin to Ethereum. That's what some people suggested. So I don't know, because usually what we see is we see them moving it into Binance or other exchanges, not the opposite. So I don't know. Maybe some people have some thoughts or some opinions on why that happened. I did want to bring that up too, because I found that extremely interesting yesterday that did happen. And I don't know. Maybe it coordinated with the time the price went down. But anyways, guys, amid the backdrop of ever escalating Ethereum fees, the Ethereum improvement proposal seeks to replace the network's existing the base fee. We've talked about the base fee a lot. To signal their opposition to the proposal, some Ether miners are now planning a 51-hour show of force for April 1st. Miners intend to direct their hash rate to the 1559 opposed pool Ether mine for 51 hours on April 1st. Some apparently hope to harness more than 51% of the hash rate. So this right here is a double-edged sword and a half.
Yeah.
If they are able to gather 51% of the hash rate as a show of force, this will prove to people that it is possible, and this will probably have a drastic negative effect on the price of Ethereum.
Yep, I would agree.
So the double-edged sword of that is, if they can't do it, now this is a big threat. They're not going to actually do a 51% attack. That's why they're doing a 51-hour standoff here.
Yeah.
It's symbolic.
It's a protest.
It's a protest. They're trying to show, like, if we want to do this, we could do this. If they are not able to do this, it will prove that they were a bunch of powerless, angry nerds. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this is going to happen? Do you guys think that they're going to be able to pull this off? I don't think they will, but we'll just have to see. For educational purposes, let's collectively move our hash. Red Panda Mining is the people that are doing this. And I'm looking at some of these people here on there. Bosscoin, they put me in a video the other day. I didn't watch it. You guys know I've never watched a clip of me on another video. Well, except for Graham Steffens. I did watch Graham Steffens. If it's, I don't even know. I don't know if they were saying something favorable about what I said about Ethereum or something negative. So I just always assume it's negative and I don't want to see it. So that's just the way my brain works. I get angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry. You will not like me when I'm angry. Okay, so if it were successful, pool will command enough mining power to make unilateral changes. Let's see. Bits Be Trippin', a YouTuber, talked about doing it. So we'll just have to see. We're in agreement about 1559, a difficulty bomb pushback going into London. It's kind of hard to know what's going to happen at this point. And if there's one thing the market doesn't like, it's unpredictability. So even the fact that this is being passed around, it's going to scare some people. And I don't know if the, F2 pool pulling out Ethereum from Binance, I don't know if this, I would assume it probably has something to do with this. But we'll just have to see. So yesterday on Tim Ferriss's podcast, Ethereum co-founder and the co-author, Vitalik, emphasized the proposal's burn mechanism could result in more Ether being destroyed than created, creating a bullish dynamic for Ethereum. And once again, we all know this. Like, this is unequivocally the right decision. I mean, in my mind, I'm not mining it. I know TJ's mining Ethereum, so maybe he feels differently. I know he doesn't.
No, I don't. And I don't really think all this will really amount to much, kind of like you're saying. It's a lot of talk.
It's like Tether FUD.
It's a lot of posturing. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think they might put together a show of force. They might make a statement, and then it'll go on as a non-event. But they're not going to get 51%. They're not going to get anywhere close. And the amount of coordination it takes to get all this together is insane. Like, I understand where they're coming from and why they're pissed, but at the end of the day, like, this is the long game Ethereum is trying to play, and it might be a big misstep for them, but this a step they have to take either way. They're kind of in a tough spot.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so look at this. Here we go. So this seems like this could be the question. It basically boils down to it looks like now this is a few days ago, after a call with miners, Ethereum developers have approved the fee market. So it looks like it's the developers for Ethereum that had the governance votes that actually made this happen, even when half the miners, or the 80% of the miners disagree.
Right.
There's got to be, is there more developers than miners?
No, they're just saying they'll redirect their hash rate and the network becomes less secure. And, like,
No, I know why they're not doing it. But I'm just saying, if 80% of the miners disagree, how did it get approved? It's the developers that had the governance votes, it looks like.
Yeah, for the foundation and all that stuff. The miners are just directing hash.
Yeah.
If you don't hold a lot or vote, or there's a lot of that goes into
governance is tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, governance is tricky. So I would like to get some more information on this. We're actually going to be doing probably next week a video on Ethereum 2.0, and a lot of you guys want that. Want to know what's going to happen to your tokens. We really want to address that question, dig in deep, and get you guys the right answer on that. I mean, our belief is it's going to be automated. You're not going to have to do anything, but we want to get you that information if it's out there and available. And then we're going to be talking, a little bit more probably about EIP 1559, things like that. And I want to dig in a little more on that governance for Ethereum and who's actually making all these decisions. Because, look, I get it. I get the nerds. I get it. I'd be mad if I were them too, if this was my business. Because I know I make fun of them and call them nerds, obviously. Because why? Speculation is king in this business, and we all know it. But that's their business and their livelihood. So from that, it looks like centralization at first glance, unless the miners understood already the developers have the votes. And then there's, what can they do at that point? Protest. Put out a street sign.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Goldman Sachs, demand for Bitcoin rising. That's from the COO. Client demand is rising. This is from John Waldron, the Chief Operating Officer of Goldman Sachs. He says, we are regulated on what we can do. We continue to evaluate it and engage on it. Then he goes on to say, basically, that they're exploring a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. And they also talk about the explosion in the use of digital currency. It says the pandemic caused an explosion in online commerce as consumers spent more time shopping from their couch than in person over the past year. That's hard to do.
What?
Spend more time shopping online than shopping in a store. At first listen, that probably sounds weird. But if you actually talk about minutes spent shopping, if you go to the grocery store and it takes you 25 minutes, that's more than I shop online all week. But I guess when you think about like minute to minute, I guess when you think about how much of the country has been closed, especially in New York and California, where people are getting 0 minutes in the store per week,
right?
Because I'll go to Target a few times a week, or whatever the case may be. We live down here in free country, where we've been living like normal for years and years and years. So people are asking us why we don't impose restrictions in our office. Long story. But anyways, guys, it says the pandemic has been a significant accelerant. There's no question in our mind there will be more digital commerce and the use of digital money. So if you really think about what they're saying here, they're not only saying that the institutional demand for Bitcoin is rising. If you actually read what they're saying here, they're saying that there is a rising demand for digital currency. And we've talked about before how the pandemic has sped everything up by 10 years. Maybe, if you look, what's really interesting, if you look at the M1 money supply and how much money we printed over the last year, which we're printing more money today, it's funny because while 25% of all dollars or 30% of all dollars have been printed in like the last 13 or 14 months, the fact is that we were still going to get to the same point in only about 3 or 4 years. It only sped up the money problem about 3 or 4 years. But when we're looking at technology and online commerce and the way it's drastically changed our lives on a daily basis, like think about where you live, how's traffic? How's traffic? In Atlanta, traffic's nothing anymore, like nothing. You can be going at rush hour sometimes and not hit a lick of it. And sometimes there's a little bit. But the point is, it's changed things drastically in a short period of time. So many more people are working from home. Think about the change to Zoom, like how they've had to make changes internally.
Yeah.
Teleworking, everything. We're seeing that with online commerce. We've seen the brick and mortar pushed out so much faster than we ever dreamed possible. And how many places do you go shop that they say no cash? That cashless society is coming as well. And so Goldman Sachs here is not only saying the institutional demand for Bitcoin is rising drastically, they're also saying that the digital currency demand is rising as well. So if you listen to Jack Dorsey and what he said about Bitcoin in the past, he believes Bitcoin is going to be the currency of the internet. I, on the other hand, think it's probably not. I think there's going to be, some other currency, probably a stable coin. I don't see any way the official digital currency is not a stable coin. What do you think, DJ?
Well, I think it's, I like to say it's all relative. Official to who?
Reserve currency, maybe?
You think? Yeah. So I think it'll either be a stable coin. Yeah, the next reserve currency I don't think will ultimately be Bitcoin. I think it could be backed by Bitcoin, but I have a feeling it's going to be what they call special drawing rights from the IMF. That's what we talked about in our
we did
Reset
talk about
series.
those.
That's what I think.
SDRs.
Yeah.
Talked about that in our Great Reset series. That was a good series if you watched it. I really enjoyed that. We learned a lot doing the research for that. But going back to Jack Dorsey, talking about him for a moment here, he recently, it's funny, he really upset the Bitcoin maximalists by putting out his tweet for sale on auction, his first tweet ever. What's the bid at right now, I wonder? It does the highest offer, holy crap, $2.5 million. Jeez. Who is this guy? Oh, it's Kobe. Is it? No, it's not Kobe. It's not Kobe. It's this guy, Istavi. Let's look him up on Twitter real quick. My gosh. He bid 2.5 milli for this thing. 2.5 milli. That's crazy. This guy must be like a big deal. He is the CEO at Bridge Oracle in Cryptoland. First ever public Oracle system on Tron Network. Let me give you all a hint who this guy is. It's Justin Sun. That's a hint. So guess what, Istavi? We're not fooled by you, bud. We know that you're actually Justin Sun putting up the money for this. It's got to be. So 2.5 million. But the funny thing is, Jack has now said the proceeds from this Ethereum-based sale. He can't say he's not trying to save its image. He didn't expect as much backlash. Those maxis are so toxic. They will immediately convert proceeds to Bitcoin. Good job, Jack. Exactly as I predicted. And then he's going to be giving the proceeds to Africa Response. Give directly. This is sending money to people in poverty. So good. I'm glad he's donating this to charity. That's good. I know Jack does a lot of charity stuff. So good on him. Now let's talk about the 500K Bitcoin. I know that's why y'all came. You want to talk about this. If you didn't know, BlackRock is the largest investment fund in the world, worth about $2 trillion, I believe. It might actually say here the exact number. I don't know if it says it. But anyways, let's get to the story here. Is that gold is failing as a hedge against inflation.
8.7 trillion.
Oh, I was thinking stimulus probably. That's 1.9 trillion.
Yeah.
They got enough. Think about that. Think about that for a second. BlackRock has enough money to give out like 4.25 stimulus packages of 1,400. They've got enough money to give everybody in America, basically everybody in America, $6,000.
And ironically, they're going to be the ones who make the most money from that 1.9 trillion stimulus that's coming.
Absolutely. Yeah. These guys know how to do it, man. I want to get on that level without hurting people. These guys, they're smart. They know how to manage money for sure. But last year, here's what we guys. Is the Bitcoin FUD turning into gold FUD now? Global CIO strategist, or CIS, of the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, this is Russ Kustrich, last year said gold is still a good buy. It's a good buy last year. Make sure you get into gold. Now he's saying it's failing as a hedge against inflation. Gold's efficacy as a hedge is declining, and he said in a blog post, while gold and tech stocks are increasingly moving in tandem, gold has struggled since October in price terms. Kostrich was somewhat skeptical of gold already a year ago, but last June he said it's the verdict on gold at the time was it's an imperfect hedge, but still a buy. Do you guys understand what they're saying here? I want you to think about this. The chief investment strategist of the largest fund in the entire world is telling you gold sucks. Am I wrong or am I right? You guys know I'm right. He's saying that gold sucks. It's an imperfect hedge, but it's still a buy. He said that in June. Now he's telling you gold bites the dust. Bitcoin is here. If this, I'll be honest with you guys, this could potentially be the biggest story this year in crypto, honestly. Outside of stimulus, pandemic, all that stuff, okay? When you're looking at the largest investment fund in the world telling you we are in the transition. If you want to talk about Bitcoin supercycle, if you guys missed my interview with George from Cryptos R Us last night, we talked about this. I disagree with the Bitcoin supercycle because I just always fall on the side of history until it breaks. It's consistently won for me so far. I don't know why I would change. When it does change, I'll win too, because that means the price will go up more, so that'd be great. But the fact is, if you want to start believing in a Bitcoin supercycle narrative to where we don't have a massive bear market and we really are at the beginning of a stock market type run where it goes up for multiple years, maybe not 10 or 12 years, but maybe 3 or 4, this is your hopium right here. Bitcoin replacing gold as the hedge. Gold is going to be used for one thing. That's 2 things or 11 things. One thing in the future, Bitcoin is going to be, or gold is going to be used for. Cell phones, technology, Internet of Things. Gold is going to be used more inside technology itself, and its value as a hedge is going to fall considerably because Bitcoin is what gold only wished it could be. Every downfall that gold has, Bitcoin does not have. Bitcoin doesn't really have flaws other than, the crazy, 51% Chinese attack narrative that we discussed before that is it's not a 0% possibility. Very, very slightly above 0, but it's not a 0% possibility. Outside of that, there's nothing. Like if gold exists or if Bitcoin continues existing in its current form, then there's nothing that we'll ever see that will be better than it in terms of being a hedge, better than gold. That's my opinion, and BlackRock is telling you the same thing. So what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin? Well, if this replaces gold, guys, it's pretty simple. The overall market cap of gold we know is $10 trillion. Right now, at $56,000, the market cap of Bitcoin is $1 trillion. It's $1 trillion. So basically, we would just say $50,000, okay, is about a $1 trillion market cap. It's actually 51, 52,000, whatever it is. Basically, 50,000 equals $1 trillion in market cap. That means that if it replaces gold, if this is really true, and gold bites the dust, as they say, that means that by the end of this year, we could be looking at a $10 trillion market cap for Bitcoin, which would be a $500,000 Bitcoin. Do I believe it's going to happen? If you ask me to really jot down what I believe on the price of Bitcoin for this year, and I would say I would like break it down into percents. I would say not like a pie chart, but like just percentage chance of numbers happening. Okay, I would say Bitcoin getting to 6 figures to 100K, 100%. I don't see any way possible outside of economic collapse, stock market goes negative. So I would say a 99% chance. I can't say 100. I say 99% chance we get to 6 figures. Does it get to $250,000? I would say probably like a 75% chance, I think. At least wick up to that. Then you start talking about $300,000. I would say probably about a 40 to 50% chance. That's how I believe. A $500,000 Bitcoin, I would probably give it about a 15% chance. I think it's possible. I think 400,000 is much more obviously it's before it. It would be more likely than 500,000, but I would say, maybe 25, 30% chance we get to 400 on a wick. But if Bitcoin does get to 500,000, it will probably be a blow off top wick, come back down, but we'll see the potential for it to totally annihilate gold. But if there is a Bitcoin super cycle, it'll just eat Bitcoin or gold's market cap. It'll continue going from there. And who knows? I mean, it could go all the way to $1 million in the next 2 or 3 years. But I think we will see a full cycle. I've been very clear about that. I think we will see a bear market. I think we will be looking at smaller pullbacks than normal. And I believe we will be looking at with Bitcoin hitting $1 million in 2025. That's what I believe is going to happen. So let's move on to the Ethereum chart. Check out some ETH. I know you guys love that ETH. Let's see what it's doing. And we talk about this with Carl today at 2 p.m. So make sure you guys come for that. If you guys make sure to drop me comments on what you want me and Carl and me and Chris from MM Crypto to talk about. They are on weekly now for the show. So love those interviews, love those guys. Technical analysis experts they are. And also, they make really nice moon faces. So they definitely love moon faces, no question about it. Okay, guys, so here we are. Right now, 1789 for Ethereum. Let's look at the daily chart for ETH, see what we can see. And basically, this is where we get into kind of some, an area that I know is a little difficult for beginners to grasp. We're looking at the US dollar chart right now. When we talk with Carl later, he talks about how Ethereum on the daily is bearish against Bitcoin. And I think the reason for that, really the fundamental thing going on behind the scenes there is Bitcoin's about to rip. And so Ethereum in the short term might not match Bitcoin's rip, is the long and short of it. But against the US dollar, I still believe Ethereum is very bullish. We have had a pretty big pullback today. And when you look at the oscillator for Market Cipher here, you will see, if you check out right here, that the crest, the white part of the momentum wave, or the light blue part, it is getting a little thinner here. So we could be running out of some steam. But that's on the daily chart. So let's see. On average, we have a super chat. You want me to see?
Yeah, I'll read it. Ben Hampton said, TJ is becoming my second favorite podcast wingman right behind Rogan's Young Jamie.
I like that. I can't. Thanks, guys, here's a question. When I go on Joe Rogan, which is not booked yet, by the way, he has not contacted me about being on it. But when I go on Joe Rogan, which will be this year, I believe.
Oh, you got any water today?
Did we get more essential water?
I don't think so. No, yet.
We did? They sent us some more?
We did? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we should get an essential water bottle up here. We'll have essential tomorrow. Today's stream brought to you by water. Okay, so if we look at the chart here, if we look at pullbacks for Ethereum, I think you'll see some pretty interesting stuff here. Okay. Oh, Mr. Elron Schmid said, "I sent you some water."
Yeah.
Today's stream brought to you by
Other way.
Essential Water. It's an essential part of your daily routine. You guys know I can't drink too much essential water,
You can.
or I have to be on stream.
Yeah.
I can't wait. We need to have like a. It's gonna sound weird. A P graphic is what I was gonna say.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like something we put a space holder so they know I got to run to the.
Oh yeah, we'll have a lot of that stuff once we get on vMix.
Oh, thank God, because sometimes I have to go.
Yeah, I got to go right now.
Oh.
So let's keep going.
Okay, no more water talk, guys. When you look at the daily chart here, okay, and you look back at ETH pullbacks in 2021, okay, we really had our first dramatic one at the end of February. This was the most dramatic pullback we've had for Ethereum in this run. But when you look at how many pullbacks we've had and how long they last, now these are the Heiken-Ashi candles, so they're a little bit different than normal. Let's actually switch to the regular candles for this. Let's actually look. Let's see how many red days we get in a row. Going back for 2021. 1, 2, 3 in a row. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's 3 right there. That was 2. I counted 1 twice. That's 2, 1, 3. Then we had 1, 2, 1, 2. The long and the short of it is, in 2021, we have only had 2 red candles in a row, like I think 3 times, and we've only had, or maybe it's 4, we've only had 3 red candles in a row once in the whole year. We only had 3 negative days in a row once for Ethereum. And so the point is right now we're already at 1, shaping up for our second red day possibly at 1787. I don't know. It looks like, even though at the bottom of Market Cipher here we have the momentum wave look like it's turning, we could see it actually, I mean, just judging on the history of the year, we could actually see it do something kind of like this, where it comes over and then has another massive wave to it. I mean, I think we can definitely see something like that because we just don't get a lot of negative momentum. And when you look at where we were on the daily chart, when we got the green dot saying like super bullish action, at that day we topped out at 1727, and look at that. Wow, look at this, guys. I want to show you guys this here. This is kind of cool. It's amazing how charts work to me. The more I learn about charts, man, it really is crazy. When you look at where we were when we got the green dot to where we are now, like this candle ended, this one bodied down, and this one just bounced off of 1730. looks like 1730 is really strong support for Ethereum right now. So we'll just have to see what it does. I think Bitcoin is getting ready to rip. Coming back and looking at the Bitcoin chart here on the hourly, it looks like we've been sideways for a few hours now pretty much. And guys, just kind of a thing to show you guys real quick when you're looking at candles. When you look at this and you see candles like these last three that we had right now, where basically you have large wicks at the bottom, large wicks at the top, and kind of just a dead space in the middle, that basically means it can't make up its mind. So what does it mean when it can't make up its mind? It means that one of two things is going to happen. We're either going to get a large breakout to the upside or a large breakdown to the downside. So I definitely believe that we are getting a move to the upside, but some people disagree. Some people think we still have another drop left in us, a big drop down to the 40s. But I think 47,000, we've talked about very strong support. Don't see it getting below that. I discovered something cool today. I didn't know on Glassnode. Shout out to Glassnode for hooking us up. I discovered that you guys know the NUPL. I'll pull up the NUPL here for Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin NUPL. We cover it basically every single day. I'll move it in.
Okay.
I got it. There we go. Okay. We cover it every day. Whenever it gets in the blue, it's exciting, and that means the price is going to drop. It's a great indicator. We've also discovered another indicator that we're actually going to be using, and I'll get to this at the end of this section where we talk about the stock to flow deflection. I found a cheat code here for this, so something to watch. But we actually discovered there's an Ethereum NUPL. Stands for net unrealized profit and loss. And we discovered something very interesting in this chart today, which is when you look at the gray line where my cursor is down here at the bottom, this is the price of Ethereum, okay? And then the other line is the net unrealized profit and loss. This is profit that's been made but not realized. So imagine if you're leverage trading and you see the green, but you haven't hit close, you don't really have it. It's not actually your profit until you close it. If you noticed back since December of 2017, the peak of the Bitcoin bull run leading in to January of 18. Since then, the price and the NUPL have followed each other almost exactly. But what has happened in the last 3 months? What has happened since the beginning of 2021? We've now seen the price start running away from the excitement level. And I believe the reason why this has a lot to do with institutional buying. TJ, you were making some points about this earlier. Do you want, young Jamie, do you want to, that's what the J stands for. I should start calling him YJ.
YJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. I would agree with you there, too. A lot of this, it differentiated once we started to see institutions start getting involved. And even though that net unrealized profit and loss is right near the euphoria, they're able to hold it there and accumulate and still push the price up without it distributing to a lot of other wallets. Like, that's what people need to keep in mind.
Yep, absolutely.
This thing is showing the amount of wallets that are in profit. So it's consolidating back to much fewer wallets with larger amounts of Ethereum versus everybody buying Ethereum, being in profit and taking profit on that. We've been experiencing it. It's not that Ethereum's price has been going down. It's just a lot of other things have been pumping and moving, and people are wondering why Ethereum's stuck in place. And I think it's due to this accumulation. Also, shout out to CryptoFace in the chat. And also,
CF, my dude.
Also, there's somebody in there that super chatted a few times. Their name's When I Buy It Goes Down, asking why the top alts aren't pumping, if this is the top. No, it's not the top.
No,
we still have more.
No, this is not the top. This is not the top at all, guys. Not even close. But we could. Who knows? We could see a dramatic fall in the middle of this. I don't know. I got a very interesting email this morning. I'll just kind of leave it at that. But what I will say is, just imagine what could happen if we see a gigantic stock market collapse in the middle of this bull run. It's looking like it could be likely. So I think that could actually be the thing. Because if you go back and look at the NUPL, just real quick before we get into that, I do want to mention this about the Ethereum wallets. This backs up what TJ was saying. The amount of wallets with over 10,000 Ethereum has dramatically increased since last year. It's actually at an all-time high right now, or it has been an all-time high in the last few days. Totally backs up what he's saying. The whales are accumulating. The individuals are selling. And that's what's been, basically keeping the NUPL down, but the price rising. So something interesting. But if we go back here and we look at the Bitcoin NUPL, my trackpad's wet. And we look at the NUPL here. If you look back at 2012 and 2013, it's 2013, 2014, we called this stage right here hyper Bitcoinization. Okay, and let's see, let me zoom in here. I want to zoom in a little bit here, not too much, okay? But this cycle right here is 2017, okay? And you see the blue part here. This is the euphoria. This is where the market collapsed. This was the top of the market. But if you look, there was no other time during 2017 that we got into the euphoria stage for the NUPL, okay? Right now, you can see we still haven't got into the euphoria stage for the NUPL on Bitcoin. But when you look at 2017, when you look at 2013 and 2014, you can see this was basically two distinct bull runs with a condensed bear market in the middle. TJ and I have disagreed about this. TJ said he thinks it is possible that we see this, and I've said I don't think it's possible that we see this. But actually, if we do have a stock market collapse in the middle, I think it's very likely that we could see this now. The reason being, if you look back a year ago in March of what happened, is almost the exact day. Tomorrow will be exactly 1 year. It was March 12th, I believe.
Wow. Yeah, it was March 12th.
Wow.
I remember for sure.
Today's the 365th day. Was was last year a leap year?
No.
I think it was.
Oh, it was.
So today, it wasn't?
2020 was.
That means today is actually 365 days.
Wow.
Man, I remember exactly where I was when that happened. Yeah. I was streaming with Crypto Face. My dude. I love Crypto Face.
You haven't gone far.
I haven't gone far. I'm doing the same stuff I was doing then. Just a couple more people are watching. It's nice. But guys, imagine what happened if we get a reproduction where this is kind of what I can see happen. I want you guys to be prepared for this if it does happen. Okay? Is that we saw the stock market collapse. Okay? Bitcoin collapsed as well. The stock market did what? It bounced back to where it was. What happened to Bitcoin? Huge gains. Stock market recovered on a bounce. Bitcoin blew it away, right? And we could see something similar. If we want a catalyst to think of what could press the price down and then we go back upwards, it could be a stock market collapse. We could see the stock market bounce and then Bitcoin bounces higher than ever because some people would be scared to go back in the stock market, but they saw what happened the last time with Bitcoin. Why would this happen? Well, if right now we are looking at stimulus money coming next week, which we are, a lot of people are hoping, I don't know why, but they're hoping that this stimulus check will save the economy. It's actually doing the exact opposite. It's destroying it. It's a bribe. Open your eyes. But that's another video, okay? Once people wake up to the fact that this is not going to do a dent, this ain't going to help anything, that could be when we start seeing a lot of downward action on the stock market. And also think about this. A lot of people saw that bottoming as a time to get in on the stock market. But if you compare the stock market return since the crash to the Bitcoin return since the crash, it's not even close. So a lot of that money that went flowing back into the stock market, guess where it's going to be going?
Yep.
It's going to be flowing over here, okay? So that could be a scenario we see. But guys, the new chart we're looking at a lot, other than the NUPL, is the Bitcoin stock to flow deflection. I did just want to touch on this, is the fact that we've actually discovered we can put this over to the hourly. Anytime this orange line down here is over the dotted line, I hate the way this works. Maybe I can talk to them about making me a custom website where this doesn't happen. If you look at the dotted line, this is the one-to-one line of where the stock to flow chart says Bitcoin should be compared to where Bitcoin is at that current time. Anytime it's below this white line or this checkered line right here, that's good. That means it's good. When it peaks above, that means the price is going to crash a little bit, okay? So this is the hourly chart. You could actually trade this, okay? Mm-hmm. You could actually get out of trades when this thing gets to that zero line. You would know that's a great time to close along and then wait for it to get above, and you can short Bitcoin. I don't short Bitcoin in a bull market. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't short Bitcoin in a bull market. I have not shorted Bitcoin. I did it 3 times near the very beginning. I got wrecked on all times. I will not do it again. And you guys know you can believe what I say. So I don't short Bitcoin during this. I will short it during the bear market. But, kind of a way to look at this chart, you could actually trade this knowing that when it gets above, you're going to see some dramatic crashes.
I think Mr. Elron's actually testing that strategy out.
Oh, Mr. Elron Schmees, do you think you could actually pick a winning strategy now or no? Hey, how'd you finish on the contest, Mr. Elron?
I made it up to 7th place and then I got liquidated.
Made it to 7th place and then got liquidated.
Wow. Speaking of the contest, guys, we had the Bybit competition. A lot of people have been asking because it's not on the website anymore because the website changes. This is the contest. It did end. 862 winners. You guys can see I had negative 61%. I ranked 609. This is our contest account. It's just the timing of this was really bad because that's when the people were counter trading me and we lost. And then we got it all back after, but it didn't count for the contest because it was closed. But as you guys can see, this is the top 10. They all win. They all won a share of Bitcoin. They all won a share of $6,000. So congratulations to the winners. Number 1, Crypt Keeper, Abyss Walker, and Joker. But if you did win, by the way, it takes them a couple weeks to send out the prizes. So, be on the lookout for that. But 604%, pretty good. That's 10 times better than me, I think, right? Because 10 times negative, no.
Well, no, when you get into negative.
It's negative 10 times better than me. Because then negative 10 times negative 61 is about 600%. So.
Interesting, man.
Contest, I got wrecked on the contest. It just sucked because y'all saw the trades we won. We went from 10K to 100K, but the timing was bad when I lost those trades. We were counter trading. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the last thing here. Here's something, guys. We want to talk about beginner content. So 101, Crypto 101 here. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? This is a question we get all the time. We always see that the new investor to crypto is obsessed with the price of an asset. Mm-hmm. The price does not have nearly as much to do. The price is a product of the total supply, of the circulating supply and the market cap. It's a ratio, right? The overall market cap divided by the circulating supply gives you the price. The price is a product. Nobody just says like, oh, you know what? Like randomly, let's assign a price to this project. Now they might do that in ICOs, or when the coins are offered, private sales, they have to assign some value to it. But once it hits the open market, the price is determined by the market cap divided by the circulating supply. So you come here to coinmarketcap.com and you look at the price of Bitcoin and then you look at the price of Ethereum. A lot of people make the mistake of saying, oh my gosh, it's $1,796 for one Ethereum. If it gets up to the price of Bitcoin, oh my gosh, I'll make $54,000 or $55,000 per coin. But it's not really possible because they have totally different supplies. Ethereum has, I believe, about 114 million coins. Bitcoin has 18.6 million coins. What is that? Like about a fifth, about a sixth, 1/6 the amount of coins. What you really have to look at is the market cap. The market cap of Bitcoin is $1 trillion. The market cap of Ethereum is $205 billion. So basically, if Ethereum were to catch Bitcoin in market cap, that would be a 5x. So if the overall market cap of Bitcoin and the overall market cap of Ethereum were the same, you would basically be looking at a $10,000 Ethereum. There would still be a drastic price difference, is the point. It's much more important for you to go down CoinMarketCap and look at the individual market caps of the projects. That's how you tell the potential, okay? If you come down here to let's say...
I think the perfect example is like Cosmos we were talking about at the beginning of the stream,
yeah.
Adam. And you said we think it's a great project that's undervalued.
Yes.
So if you look at the market cap there, like you said, it's only $4 billion.
$4 billion. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Let me undo that. That did not work. How can I inspect?
Can you Command Z that?
Maybe. No.
No.
God, that really botched that up bad.
Just refresh.
Oh, here we go. No, that made it even worse. I will refresh. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Logistical issue here. Okay, when you look at Cosmos and Solana also, those are two projects we really love. I mean, they're both smart contract platforms. Cosmos is a multi-chain. Solana is not multi-chain, I don't think, is it?
No,
it's not.
It works very differently.
But they're both around $4 billion in market cap. Well, what is a project that does similar stuff to Cosmos? It's Polkadot. And you look at Polkadot's market cap, and it's $33 billion. And you say, oh my gosh, that's $4 billion to $34 billion, basically 1/8, so 12.5% of Polkadot's market cap. And you say, is Polkadot 8 times better in real life than Cosmos? Not even close. Like, not even close to 8 times better. That's where you start to see potential. The potential is found in the market caps, not in the prices themselves. So people say, is Bitcoin no longer a good buy? Well, the thing is first and foremost, you have to understand that you don't have to buy one entire Bitcoin. That's something so many people get confused on. It doesn't matter how much we talk about it. You see the price and you think you have to own a whole Bitcoin at $56,000 or $57,000. Hardly anybody in America, right, has an extra $57,000 just laying around. It's a very small percentage. Like 70 or 80% of people live paycheck to paycheck, right? So most people don't have that sitting around. You can buy up to 1 millionth of a Bitcoin. Now, or 100 millionth actually. And of course, you can't literally buy 100 millionth because that would be like a fraction of a penny. But you can buy $25 a Bitcoin. You can buy $50 a Bitcoin. The way you judge the potential of that is not to say like, can my $10 turn into X number of dollars, is to look at what we talked about earlier with gold. The gold market cap is $10 trillion. The market cap of Bitcoin is $1 trillion. If BlackRock is correct and gold is able to overtake, Bitcoin is, I can't talk. I need a speaking 101 course.
I knew what you meant.
If Bitcoin can overtake gold's market cap, that would basically be a 10x from here, $1 trillion to $10 trillion. That's how you judge your investment and its potential. You say, if I buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and it were to match gold's market cap, that's a 10x investment. So you put in $1,000 and it's able to do it, you could get $10,000. At the end of the day, the market cap is going to have to move for your investment to go up however many X's you want it to go up. So Ethereum, the reason why I think Ethereum and Cardano have a lot more potential than Bitcoin is because Bitcoin's market cap's already $1 trillion, right? It can still 10x from here. It definitely can. I believe eventually it will, 20x from here and go to $1 million in the next 5 years. So you can look at it in terms of that. You could get 20x your investment. But Cardano and Ethereum, in my opinion, have a much higher ceiling for where they can go. But it doesn't have anything to do with the actual price point itself. You don't look at that $1,800 and say, oh, it's got so much potential, and look at Cardano at $1.12 and say, oh my gosh, if Ethereum's at $1,800 and Cardano's at $1.12, like, look at the potential. You look at the market cap. You look at Ethereum, $205 billion, and you look at Cardano, $35 billion, and you say, man, it can go. If it goes up 6x, like it would have to go up 6 times to catch the market cap of Ethereum. And you say, once again, and a lot of this is not necessarily, it's not all data based necessarily. Some of it is feeling. There's feeling, right? You can't actually judge like how much better is Ethereum than Cardano. You have to just kind of like put arbitrary, data points on it. But is Ethereum 6 times better than Cardano? No, obviously not. Ethereum has a lot of problems. Cardano already solves a lot of those problems. So that's where the potential lies. You should not be looking at the individual prices, be looking at the market caps, and that's how you find the low cap gems or the undervalued coins. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Absolutely not. There's still plenty of room to go. But don't get so caught up on the price. It doesn't have nearly as much to do with it as you think that it does. Everybody, don't forget to go on over to Twitter and check out our contest. It is our pinned tweet here. We're giving away 1 full Bitcoin, 5 Ethereum, and 4,088 total to 10 winners when we reach 1 million subscribers on the channel, which we think will be in about 2 to 3 months. So everybody, make sure to head on over there, go to the Gleam contest, and enter for your chance to win. That's all I got. I love you guys. Be blessed. Good boy out.